we will study this chapter 27 practice. First I will read the transmission. Number 22, so which is what appears is your own mind. Your mind from the start was free from fabricated extremes. Understanding these, do not take to mind inherent sign of subject and object. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. When you encounter attractive object, though they seem beautiful, like a rainbow in the summer, don't regard them as a real and give up attachment. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. Forms of sufferings are like child's death in a dream, holding illusory appearance to be true makes you weary. Therefore, when you meet with disagreeable circumstances, seem them as illusory body. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. When those who want enlightenment must give even their body, there is no need to mention external things. Therefore, without hope for return or many fruition, give generosity. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. This is the perfection of generosity. Number 26, without ethic, you cannot accomplish your own well-being. So wanting to accomplish others lovable. Therefore, without worldly aspirations, safeguard your ethical discipline. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. So, perfection of morality. Number 27, the Bodhisattvas who want a wealth of virtue, those who harm are like a precious treasure. Therefore, towards all cultivate patience without hostilities. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. Perfection of patience. Number 28, even seeing even hearers and solitary realizers who accomplish only their own good, strive as if to put out a fire on their head. For the sake of all beings, make enthusiastic effort, the source of all good qualities. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. Perfection of joyous effort. Understanding that disturbing emotions are destroyed by special insight with calm abiding. Cultivate concentration which surpasses the formless absorption. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. Perfection of concentration. Number 30, since the 5 perfections without wisdom cannot bring perfect enlightenment, along with skillful means cultivate the wisdom which do not conceive the 3 spheres as real. This is the practice of Bodhisattva. Perfection of wisdom realizing emptiness. 6 perfections. So I will read here. Now we have go back to the number 1. Number 1 is whatever appears in your own mind, right? Your mind from the start was free from fabricated extremes. Understanding this, do not take the mind, inherent sign of subject and object. This one, talking about, I have some point here, so maybe this one talking about the nature of the mind. So first we need to distinguish between ordinary mind and the nature of mind. So ordinary mind, so therefore it is say in the sutra, do not relying on ordinary consciousness, relying on exalted wisdom realizing mind. So do not rely on ordinary consciousness means ordinary mind is temporary and it is obscured by afflictive emotions, disturbing emotions. Obscure, ordinary mind is dualistic mind, object, subject, split. So this is the ordinary mind. The wisdom realizing mind is totally free from all these disturbing emotions, obscurations. It is pure from the beginning to the end. It is therefore permanent and continuation and always there. So this we distinguish between ordinary mind and pristine awareness mind, or the nature of the mind, or and what we call in from Guam Samaja Tantra we call the clay light mind, right? And Kagyu we call the Mahamudra mind. Gelugpa, mind of emptiness, or the natural state of mind. Nyingma, then Rigpa, primordial mind. So the same all means pure mind. So therefore, when we distinguish between ordinary mind and nature, pristine awareness mind. So it, according to Nyingma tradition, right? This is called the Rigpa awareness. So Rigpa awareness is something, the quality is spontaneously present and its nature is primordially pure from the beginning. So it means Rigpa is combination of two, spontaneous presence and primordial purity mind. Is the combination of these two is the ground of everything. It is the ground of samsara, ground of nirvana. So therefore that mind is called the primordial pristine awareness mind, Rigpa. So Rigpa should be the ground. This is the ground. This ground should be combined with three aspects. Number one is essence. Number two is purity. Number three is energy. So Rigpa awareness, this ground should be combined with this essence, purity and energy. So essence is emptiness. Essence is emptiness. So purity is some. It is pure nature from the beginning. It will not separate from any kind of mind. Whatever we do, our daily actions, whatever we experience, we will never separate from the Rigpa. It is pure, purity. It is whatever you see, you hear, you smell, it should be with the Rigpa awareness. Energy means without interruption. It is continuation, just like water follow. It will just. We will see very clearly. When emotion arise, thought arise, first thought, small, second thought, third thought, it will go infinite thoughts. It just that is the energy. So that ground Rigpa, pristine awareness should be combined with these three: essence, right? Empty, clarity, experience, energy, continuation. So this is essence, empty, clarity, experience, energy, continuation. Now, according to Dzogchen, you have to experience this essence, right? You have this knowledge, you have all the information, but you have to discover and experience. So how does we experience like this? So first, number one, let me take example of when thought, emotion arise in your daily life, right? From this morning to evening, how much thought, emotion arising, moving, disappearing, integrating, all thoughts coming, going, and how many times, right? It's first thought, second, infinite thought appears to your mind. But if you really pay attention, fully attention to the thought, then first thought arises, and then second thought arises, third thought arises, then eventually, no matter how many thoughts appears to your mind, it will disappear and like empty. There's nothing, your condition is emptiness. When this empty, first thought, second thought, infinite thought arise, then you pay fully attention, you realize the thought is empty. There is no concrete thought coming. Then you discover essence. This is what we call it in the Dzogchen. There's a beautiful poem here in the Dzogchen, Dzogchen text says, finding nothing is the most you can find. Finding nothing. We think there's something we can find. Our real condition is emptiness, right? So what is there to find? If we believe there is something to find, there is in fact nothing there. When you discover for yourself that there is really nothing, then you made great realization. You know what I mean? Because when we thought arise, ordinary mind will cling on the thought. Instead of thinking about the nature of the reality of the thought, ordinary mind will, when something thought, emotion arises, you will cling and you will grasp. and then you left a habitual imprint in the mind. And this habit will build like thick habituation. Store in your mind, store in the natural state of mind, or store in the primordial mind. So in fact, your condition is emptiness. Your condition is emptiness. Thought arise, emotion arise. There is nothing. All disappear. It's empty. So then you will discover what you discover. Nature. This is nature, ground. Now clarity. Clarity is experience. We experience, right? Because it means that thought, emotion arise, then we experience happiness, suffering, all kinds of emotions. Experience because clarity is part of the mind. When thought, emotion arise, if you realize the clarity of the thought, then what you experience. If you do not realize the clarity of the thought, then it will turn into the ignorant. Ignorant, then this will obscure the Rigpa awareness. Ignorant and Rigpa awareness cannot go together. They are contradiction, like sun and darkness cannot go together. So the clarity is the part of mind, right? So when emotion arises, then you realize it is part of mind, because all emotions are naturally luminosity, clear. Then you experience, then you will experience second quality, clarity. Ground Rigpa is three aspects. Essence, nature, essence, and energy. Now the energy is without interruption, continuation. So energy is something, it should be like energy of your body is not part of energy of your mind. Your body energy depends on the energy of the mind. If there is no energy of mind, you will not have any body energy. So the body energy is part of mind. Energy, this, I'm not saying it is not mind, but body energy and mind is part. So then you realize the energy is continuation. That it is continuous, just water follow. So when you realize these three, right, this is ground Rigpa, ground. So nature, emptiness is Dharmakaya. Essence, clarity is Nirmanakaya. Energy without interruption is nature is Dharmakaya, essence is Sambhukaya, and energy is Nirmanakaya. Three kayas, three bodies of the Buddha. So in nowadays this is ground based in the Dzogchen teaching, His Holiness said path should be two. Approaching close to the spontaneous present and approaching close to the primordial purity. These two is the path, approaching to spontaneous presence, which is like skillful means bodhicitta, compassion, all this. And then primordial purity is in Dharmakaya. Approaching these two. It's just like combine wisdom and method together on the process. And then you will receive the fruit or result too. Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Inner lucidity, Dharmakaya. Outer lucidity, Rupakaya. So this is according to Dzogchen, ground, path and fruit. Briefly, right? But now the energy Dzogchen is, we call the self-liberation. Right? We used to talk about the transformation. Dzogchen is not transformation, right? When we talk about transformation means there's two things, right? You are transforming something into something else. Transformation means you are transforming your impure mind into pure mind. You generally speaking, right? Transforming, like five aggregate into the five dhyana Buddha. Transforming five energy into the consort of the five dhyana Buddha. Transforming five afflictive emotion into the five wisdom. Mira like wisdom, wisdom of equalizing, discrimination, activities, and dharma dhatu. When we talk about transformation, we are talking about two things, right? But Dzogchen is not like that. It is called the self-liberation. Self-liberation is something like self-liberation is like mirror. They give example of mirror, you know the mirror, right? If you are really, mirror is very good example to discover the pristine awareness. Being like a mirror, If you are a mirror, then the reflection doesn't bother you. Being like a mirror. But ordinary people, we are like reflection in the mirror. You know what I mean? So self-liberation means you for example, if there is a mirror, right, and you believe mirror is there, I'm here. Right? You believe mirror is there, I'm here. When you look in the mirror, you feel very happy, something good happened. Oh, I really enjoy, I'll enjoy. When you look in the mirror and you see something very horrible things, then you keep looking, then you say, I don't like it, please take the mirror. This is what we call the dualistic vision of the ordinary mind. So according to Dzogchen, being like a mirror, being like a mirror, you know what I mean? Being like a mirror means you are a mirror. So it's very clear, right? No matter what kind of reflection appears inside the mirror, you don't care. It is qualification of the mirror. Because mirror have two quality. Potential of the reflection, and object appear there have to reflect in the mirror. Right? That is the quality of the mirror. So being like a mirror means self-liberation means you like a mirror, clear. doesn't matter. Whatever appears to your mind, good, bad, right, wrong, all are the manifestation of the Rigpa awareness. Like they are not manifestation of Rigpa, and not concerned about practitioner will not concern about what appears in the mirror. Rather, thinking he or she will realize whatever appears in the mirror is reflection, is not true. So then you discover the self-awareness, which we call self-liberation, according to the Dzogchen. This is what we call the primordial purity mind. They give here a very good example given by the Patul Rinpoche. Give very first he talked about the view. Second, he talked about meditation, and third, he talked about action. This is what we should do. Primordial Rigpa awareness, right? So, first view is realization that all the infinite appearance of the samsara and nirvana in this, they are entirely perfectly contained and by natural equal without all encompassing space of the vast expanse of Buddha nature, which is true nature of reality, free from any elaboration. That is the view. You know what? You don't have to make the view. It's always there. You know what I mean? There is a story in Tibet about this master, very poor man, living in the villages in Tibet. And every day he go to the town packing food. And night time coming back and sleeping in the cave, something like. And he do this many years, all the times. In this cave above there is one meditator also living in the cave. And he can see this man is coming and going every day, coming and going, sleeping in the caves. And one day he noticed this man is not coming and going. And then because he is very great practitioner, right? He have clairvoyance. And he deeply checked, and then man is died in the cave where he used to sleep. And then he realized, because his previous negative karma, right? He have to remain in the poor, baking food. Then deeply through his clairvoyance, he analyzed. And he also realized that when he's sleeping in the cave, right, where he laid down his head is diamond stone. He's laying down the diamond stone every night. But he didn't discover this is diamond stone. So this is a good example of we have Buddha nature is like our diamond stone. We have to recognize. Otherwise we will be like that poor beggar, remain poor all the time. So that is the view. Okay, meditation is the understanding of emptiness and compassion with the wisdom of the insight practice vipassana, and to realize conclusively the nature of the view of freedom celebration and rest one pointed in that emptiness, unit with skillful means of loving compassion. That is the meditation. So meditation means combination of the combined special insight and single pointed samadhi, together. You know what I mean? Combine special insight and samadhi together. So meditation should be like deep ocean. View should be like unmoving mountain. And meditation should be like deep ocean. You realize on the ocean surface what they're doing. You realize there's a deep ocean, right? All these waves are coming from the oceans. Waves are coming from the oceans. But they are on the surface. Deep down, ocean is very deep. Right? So meditation should be like this. And action is to be imbued with such a view and meditation, and then to practice the six perfections, so as to benefit others in keeping with the way of Bodhisattva. So this is the action. So remember, so now here, six perfections coming here. Number 25, right? When those who want enlightenment must give even their body, there is no need to remain external things. Therefore, without hope for return to. This is what we call the. I have some point here, so maybe when you meditate, then you can have point. Nature of the generosity. What is the nature of the generosity? Okay, very important. When we are talking about here perfection of generosity, not ordinary generosity. Perfection of generosity is motivated by Bodhisattva mind. Then became perfection of generosity, morality, like that. So here nature of the generosity is actions of the body, speech and mind motivated by virtuous thought to give. Any generosity motivated by Bodhisattva mind became perfection of generosity. Thus the determinant of the generosity, perfection of generosity is not the physical actions of the giving, nor the give itself, rather it is a virtuous mind of generosity motivated by Bodhicitta. So that is the definition of generosity. You know what I mean? Generosity is, we have different types of generosity, isn't it? Material things, love, compassion, protecting those who are from fear, and like that. So generosity, like. Now, second is nature of the ethic. Is the virtuous thought to abandon both harming others and the thought that are the base of harming them. That is the definition of the perfection of morality. You know what I mean? So morality can be morality of accumulating merit, morality of benefiting others, morality of abandoning 10 non-virtuous actions. The nature of the perfection of patience is virtuous mind that can remain indifferent to any form of harm inflicted by others. It's one type of patience, isn't it? And voluntarily enduring form of suffering and remain definitely thinking about Dharma. And then that is perfection of patience. Nature of joyous effort is mental factor taking delight in object of the virtue. Joy effort means delighted with the virtue, not effort putting in the non-virtues. That's not joyous effort. Joyous, it is voluntarily in thinking of joyfully you're doing this. Because you know the result, benefit. Concentration is a mental factor that is capable of abiding our one-pointed and on object of virtues without distraction. Calm abiding, right? Samadhi. So calm abiding samadhi. So when we have calm abiding samadhi, then all the sensory object temporarily dispelled. So we didn't know. So the sensory will not disturb your mind. So you temporarily suppress single point of concentration due to then we have calm abiding, you know 9 stages of mind, 5 folds, 5 enemies, 8 antidote. All this many times. These are enemies. And wisdom is mental factor able to correctly discover the object of analysis. So this is talking about emptiness, right? So it is very important that if we have 5 perfections, but if we miss the 6 perfections, then we are like blind person. In the sutra said that the millions of blind who are without guide do not know the way. How will they enter the city? Without wisdom, the 5 perfections have no eyes. And without guide, you cannot reach enlightenment. You understand what I'm saying? So we have distinguished about the ordinary mind and pristine awareness mind. Okay. So the pristine awareness mind is Rigpa awareness mind. So when you discover Rigpa, right, one quality of the Rigpa is whatever appearance are ornament for Rigpa awareness. They are manifesting ornament instead of rejecting. Rigpa awareness, we used to say, I accept this, I reject this, I like this, I don't like this. There is no concept in the Rigpa like this. Doesn't matter, right? Good, bad, pure, impure, all are the manifestation, ornament of the mind. That means you cannot confirm this is good, this is bad. There is nothing we can say, I accept this, I don't accept this. That is the one beauty of the Rigpa awareness. You understand what I'm saying? Requirement should be like this. I have more, maybe not much time. We used to have, we said, it should be like Tibetan dung. Dung means like crystal ball. And Thel is like mirror. And then Relpa, sorry, Thel is like mirror, Relpa is like mirror, and Thel is like rainbow body. We talk about rainbow, right? We see Rigpa is like dung. Dung means the quality is just like quality is just like crystal ball. When a crystal ball, if you place on the red, it appears red. Blue, blue. But in fact, crystal ball remains same all the time. Not red, not blue. Right? Crystal ball, if you place on the red, it appears red color. Blue, blue color. But in fact, crystal ball never be like this. Similar like that. Mirror, similar, second is mirror. So if there's mirror, right? So you see reflection inside the mirror. And then if you believe mirror and reflection is two separate, then dual mind. Right? If you believe, I will not concern about what appears in the mirror, but I will discover reflection in the mirror is not true. Then you discover the pristine awareness mind. You know what I mean? Then that one is like this something like the like broken rock, right? So and then there's broken crystal rock, and then when sun shining, wherever it goes, you see the rainbow. Sunshine and rock there, right? And you see the rainbow. But rainbow is not. If you try to find the rainbow, you cannot find. Outside there's no rainbow. You know, so crystal broken rock there, sun shining here on the wall, you see the rainbow there. You cannot find the rainbow outside. Similar, Rigpa is like this. Whatever we experience, all the karmic, there's nothing external, like internal energy. You know what I mean? So there are many, many examples. Next week, I will give whole transmission, okay? I will read all Tibetan and whole English together. So then you will receive whole transmission. So whole transmission means better than money. you will take in your next life. This transmission come from thousands of years. Not I don't have power, but His Holiness, previous Patel Rinpoche, many great master have this. So I will read till we finish here. Yeah, 31, 32, and then all Tibetan. Lots of work. Okay, thank you.
Geshe, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When you were talking about three aspects of Dzogchen, you said essence, purity, and energy. I feel tolerably clear about the first two, but energy, I don't really have a good understanding of it.
Which one?
Energy.
Which energy? Yeah. Energy is continuation. Energy is continuation of the mind. The mind is continuity, right?
Yeah.
So you are Today your mind continue tomorrow, right? It, today your thought, emotion will continue tomorrow and go like that, right? It never stop. If you have no primordial mind, how can you continue all the times? Temporary mind, nothing like this. Temporary mind is not base of continuation. Base of continuation is primordial with mind. Because we have this ground, right? We talk about ground. On this ground we can build many things, right? House or whatever, right? So the continuation means there are two. His Holiness said that mind itself is impermanent, momentarily changing, right? But the continuity of the mind is permanent. It is always there. When we talk about mind, it means movement, moving, momentarily changing, mind, momentarily changing and moving. So itself is impermanence, fluctuating. But the continuity of the mind is permanent. They need base of the mind. This energy is wind energy, Wind and mind should go together. If mind, no wind, then mind cannot function. Then like people who have very nice eyes but cripple, cannot go. Cripple, but good eyes cannot go. Only mind is like cripple with good eyes. So energy is wind energy, like horse and horse ride should go together. So if there is no energy, then we cannot say that I experience this. You feel energy of the people, right? Sometimes, oh, I feel good energy, Some negative people, oh, I don't feel good. This energy. Where does this energy coming from? Physical energy or the mental energy? Is a combination of these two.